Mr. Director General, my delegation endorses the African Group statements delivered by Botswana, and in addition, I would like to add some comments. Mr. Director General, the economy and trade are threatened because of not only the ongoing protectionist measures, but also several factors such as currently the coronavirus, which could have serious effects, particularly for the developing countries with limited capacities. Some are already predicting that the world economic growth could fall from 3% in 2020 to 1.5%, with several impacts and severe impacts on vulnerable economies, as I said before. In this context, the challenges that the WTO is facing are monumental, while all of us recognize that there are things that can be done in the WTO that cannot be done unilaterally, bilaterally, or regionally. It is therefore in our common interest to engage fully and constructively in order to convene an MC12 to a meaningful and concrete outcome. In our view, Mr. Director General, this meaningful and concrete outcome could come from the following responses. First, a critical mass of members are insisting, as we heard this morning, on the priority of adjusting domestic support programs in agriculture. This should be taken as a major element for MC12. Almost all concerned members are fully engaged in the discussion on fisheries subsidies. Third, almost all members plead for an acceptable solution by consensus regarding the appellate body, while preserving its fundamental characteristics. Mr. Director General, my country, Morocco, remains committed in favor of transparent, inclusive, equitable, and relevant multilateral trade system. As such, first, concerning transparency, my country has submitted last year its notification on fisheries subsidies to encourage other members to do so. Secondly, about inclusivity, my delegation will spare no effort to contribute in a constructive manner to move forward. Thirdly, as for equity, we understand that this principle should go hand in hand with pragmatism in order to reach a consensus. With this spirit, for what concerns fisheries, my delegation has proposed a text on overcapacity and overfishing to bridge the gap, as some others did. We have shown flexibility in this respect. However, we are insisting on the necessity of focusing the disciplines mainly on the large-scale industrial fisheries. We insist also on the necessity to avoid extreme positions such as so-called SDT case by case or any differentiation based on irrelevant criterion. Fourth, regarding the relevance of our multilateral trade system, we are of view that its updating should be undertaken by improving the understanding. In addition, any step should be taken based on the consensus, hence from win-win perspective. In this respect, we would like to recall members that Morocco is organizing on 17th of March an African conference on e-commerce, hopefully, Mr. Director General, given also the circumstances. Mr. Director General, we assure you our support in order to reach a meaningful outcome at MC12. Thank you very much.